Indiana, our roads are made of gravy and biscuits. Indiana, I'd say visit, but don't risk it. Hello, welcome to Indianarama, the only podcast as desperate as Indiana itself. In fact, locals would call this podcast a source of hope and optimism if those two concepts were well known or even possible in this hostile hellscape. As always, I'm your host, Kent Kaiser, and this is my producer, Steven. Notice I say producer, not friend, because he hates me. You know, don't be offended wearing a cute little headset in that recording booth. You hate me, and that's okay. I hate me. I'm an eminently hateable radio personality. But how do you know that's Jack Daniels? The label, the smell, the slight burning, tinkling, golden ticket sensation in the back of your throat? Steven, I didn't know you were a degenerate alcoholic. But I kid. You're a producer. You being an anal retentive information assassin, degenerate alcoholic is part of your job. And that's okay. I don't blame you for that. I don't hold that against you. Our big story tonight is the apparent complete lack of youth interest in doing anything with their lives. Steven, you're an aficionado of wasting time and ruining lives. Do you feel any amount of kinship with our dumb, stupid youth? Hey! Steven has continued the habit of playing Tetris through his job. But if he cared as much as I do about the quality of this show, he'd bring in a stupid opinion about alienating our audience, to which I would say, Steven, you big, stupid, dumb idiot. What audience? And also, don't take away my hobbies. I am an excellent at alienating people. I am an alien. And no, not because I'm Canadian, because I'm from another planet, you knucklehead. And that is how I feel about you, because I am from Mars. I am the king of Mars. I am Torgo, emperor of Jupiter. Do not mess with me, or I will shrink your head with my shrink ray that I brought from another planet. And I would use it on your balls to make you less courageous, but they've already reached subatomic size. And before you say anything again, I want you to ask yourself, would you say that to the Moon King? Because if you wouldn't, then I wouldn't say it, because you're talking to the king of the moon, emperor of Jupiter, king of the moon. I've got a shrink ray. I will fuck you up, you stupid idiot. I hate you. I didn't mean that, Steven. When I say I hate you, I think we both know I'm really just saying I hate myself, and that's something that I'm working through. I'm trying to become a better person. You know I love you, man. You're like a brother to me, like an idiot, stupid brother that I hate and I would never spend any time with outside of the context in which I am forced to spend time with you. In other news, local businessman and misanthropic philanthropist Harnell White has announced that his new favorite movie is Hoop Dream. Cites his reasoning behind this as being because of the stellar writing and real feeling characters. How this is related to Indiana, I have no idea, unless somebody in some kind of, I don't know, position of fact murder keeps accepting compromises to our journalistic integrity by taking money from somebody, possibly the subject of the story, to sneak in insane, factually bankrupt stories like this one. Like a total dick. Steven, you hear that? All right, that's probably for the best. Would you mind bringing me the advertising copy? Thank you. Have you ever had a girl that you tried to date, but a year to make love she wanted you to wait? Then you're in luck. Your holy salvation has arrived in the form of Bismarck's business casual voluntary adult chastity belt. Good for any occasion, a weekend retreat, your average workday, general sexual repression, or for any of your no jerk it needs. It is required by federal law to inform you that you must enter this chastity belt voluntarily with prior knowledge as to the location of the key. If you or someone you love has been forced into a... Steven, is this the legal term for this? Ah, fuck it, you guys don't care or exist. Safety belt, which is already a thing. Turns out goblin misogynists aren't great at naming things. I will call them that, Steven. I am aiming at a very specific demographic here that does not condone the treatment of human beings as sexual property. If you or someone you love has been forced into a chastity belt, not a safety belt, you Philistine... Call 1-800-555. Call the police, not this insane hotline advertised by psychopaths. And yeah, I've had a few. But I'll punch myself directly in the penis before I do another misguided rant from some pedagogue who doesn't understand me or where I come from. And don't pretend like you understand where I come from. Speaking of where you come from, are you dissatisfied with your door hinges? Yeah, Steven, I'm going to keep reading the copy. Yeah, go tell our supervisor. I'm sure he's going to be really upset that I'm here doing my job. Our supervisor's name is Kenneth. My name was Kenneth, but apparently a 4-year degree in broadcasting from Who Gives a Fuck University qualifies you to change somebody's name against their will. If you are dissatisfied with your door hinges, though, what with squeak, squeals, and other wild groans of door-like passion, try Overall, the only industrial-level lubricant designed specifically for door hindrance. Personally, it's the only one I use. Stamps.com, I hate podcast, next fucking advertisement. Now, a paid ad message from guess who? Harnell White. Is it racist again? Yeah, I'll just paraphrase it. The future is now and it confuses me. Oh my god, look who's back. It's Mr. I'm gonna go tell my supervisor. You were gone so long I almost started to notice how little you actually do and are capable of. File a complaint. I don't care. I like it when people feed capitalist furnaces. And yes, kids, I stole that concept from the Oblongs. If I were creative, do you think I'd be running a podcast about a state? If I were creative, I'd be doing bocce ball. I don't know. Ask a creative person. Point is, we're all cogs in a machine that scratches its own back, and we're all irreplaceable but ultimately useless because if one of us fell, we'd all plummet into actually trying something. I felt good. I like this. This is a good show. How do you feel about it, Steven? I ain't paying touches again. Big fucking surprise. For my interview this week, I was pressured into, as basically the only person who works on this show, yes, that is a dig against you, Steven, finding somebody to interview. I called Greg Kinnear. He was apparently busy. I did not notice. I called Michael Jackson, and I'll tell you what his people told me, which was that he was busy. I called the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but it could not hear me because it did not have ears. That is a joke. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway also said no. So while she is not an Indiana native, nor of any particular relation to Indiana, other than being related to me, I have arranged an interview with my younger sister, Nico Kaiser. Enjoy. Or not. I don't care. Thank you for coming into the studio. I'm so happy that you were able to make it. I know that you don't know a lot about Indiana.
I know nothing.
That's not true. You know some things, like, what's your name? What's my name, maybe? She doesn't know my name. We're not as close as I thought we were.
Lies.
Alright, so I'll just, I'll ask you some questions I want to know about Indiana. And yes, this paper is blank because I'm making them up because nobody wants to know anything about Indiana. What's the capital city of Indiana? Alright, got another question for you here on this fake list of questions that I'm making up as I go along. What year was Indiana incorporated into the United States of America?
1816.
Wrong. The correct answer is it's 17,000 BC.
No.
I'm sorry that you were wrong. You're just terrible at Indiana trivia because you're a good person. And that's okay. I want you to be a good person. I want you to know nothing about Indiana. I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I have made and know that Indiana was in fact incorporated into the United States of America in the year 17,000 BC, 17,000 years before the birth of Christ.
Think about how offended the people from Indiana are.
I'm from Indiana! I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I try to be honest with you. I'm right there. I lied. I'm not from Indiana. I am Indiana. And before you say anything, yes, I have had a few drinks. And that's okay, because I'm still doing my job. What job do you work? Oh, yeah, you're an 11-year-old girl. Fantastic. And yes, I got your age wrong. I don't need you judging me. Who are you? You're my sister, that's who you are, and I love you. You idiot. Alright, that has been my interview with... Alright, go fuck yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been my interview with Nico Kaiser.
What?
Have a nice evening. Now, listening to that interview, which is something that I'm proud of it. I thought we learned a lot about, Indiana, but re-listening to it here, I think I've realized something about myself, which is that, I drink a lot. I drank during that interview. I may or may not have a large bottle of Tennessee Sour Mash whiskey on me right now. That's not relevant. But what I want to say is, I just want to say to everyone here that, maybe the people that I work with are dumb, and the continued stress of, making a schedule of episodes week by week consistently over time has led me to be reasonable and drink. And maybe the quality of the show has gone down. I don't know, but it is important to me, and you guys are all important to me, and we're all together and facing down how fucking crazy this world is, and I'm glad that you're here with me, listeners. I'm Kent Kaiser, and as always, I'm really wasted right now.